Good morning, Staples. It is Thursday, November 20th, and I am Miley Fitzpatrick from Staples High School.
And I'm Elmer Lowe from the Hwa Chong Institution. The Period 2 students have a great show for you today.
But before we begin our show, would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Your reporters Mimi and the girls are back with one of their famous inspirational quotes of the week.
Don't follow your dreams.
Chase them!
We hope you all find those inspirational quotes to be, well, inspirational. Thanks, girls. We look forward to your next edition of the Inspirational Quote of the Week.
Stapes Players' main stage production of Hello Dolly closes this weekend, and the students in Period 2 wanted to do one more piece about the play. This will be the last main stage production until Sweeney Todd next spring. So here's Matthew again to tell us about this piece.
Good morning, Staples. I'm Matthew Pryor. Last week we interviewed the Director of Stapes Players, Mr. Roth, and talked about the history of Staples Players itself. This week, being the closing week of Hello Dolly, we decided to talk to the Staples Players themselves and talk about what it means to them to be a player. Here's what they had to say.
Hi, I'm Alex Hunter and I'm the stage manager of Staples Players. As a stage manager, I call the lighting cues through a headset. I also call the cues for the backstage crew to go on and change the sets. And I basically put on the show with my lighting designer, Alex Elias.
Hi, my name is Evan Klasky and I am a dance captain for the production of Hello Dolly, along with Rachel Beck and Carly Kobolinski. What I do for the show, along with dancing for the production, is I help the choreographer in some of the choreography, helping the dances, making sure rehearsals go smoothly.
Hi, my name is Jack Bowman. I'm an actor in Staples Players and I'm in Hello Dolly.
Hi, my name is Isabel Perry. I'm one of the assistant directors for Staples Players and I assist with a lot of the pre-production that goes into putting on a performance such as Hello Dolly.
I'm Olivia Payne. I'm a member of the run crew for Hello Dolly. And run crew is basically we move on and off the scenery in the dark in under 50 seconds or less.
Hi, I'm Ember Shesky and I'm going to be playing Irene Malloy in Hello Dolly. I'm an actor for Staples Players.
Hello, my name is Jacob Plotkin. I'm the crew head of sound at Staples Players, and I call cues at the soundboard in the back of the auditorium.
Hi, my name is Jack Bayless. I'm a senior. I'm in Hello Dolly as an actor. I play the part of Cornelius Hackle. He's involved in a lot of the chaotic story, and he goes to New York for this big adventure. Come see the show.
I think what makes Staples Players so special is the fact that it's such a student-run organization. Coming in, there were so many opportunities that I didn't even know existed.
Getting to perform with your friends on stage and putting on a great quality show for an audience of your peers and parents is such a satisfactory thing to be able to do.
If it wasn't for the lighting crew or the sound crew or the techies who really work really hard on this show, we really wouldn't look good or we wouldn't sound good. It's a really great collaboration between students to work on this because it kind of becomes part of a family.
I enjoy doing this because it's really satisfying to, when the actual show goes on, to see all of the sound come together.
As an actor, being up on stage and having like a huge crowd of people clapping and cheering for you and things like that, there's no other feeling I can describe.
The cast and the techies, we all become like one great big family, and it's a great feeling at the end of the show.
I think Staples Players is so unique because along with making great productions, you get to do it with your friends and you get to produce something that's so professional, really. with people that you're so close with.
And I mean, hearing just like strangers coming up to you and complimenting the show and, you know, complimenting the every aspect of the show, technical and the actors, is just such a rewarding experience to have here.
Especially when I come out after the show and people say, oh, you know, great job, this and that. It's especially people who I don't know, you know. That's probably one of the best moments I could possibly ask for.
All the props are made by students, the assistant directors are students, the stage managers are students, the run crew is students, and there's no better feeling than opening night when you realize all these aspects of the process came together.
We put out a strong performance every time because of the friendship and the bonds that we make backstage.
And that's what it's like to be a member of Staples Players. We want to thank all the members that allowed us to interview them and hope they break a leg this weekend. Now let's throw it back to the host.
Thanks to all the members of Staples Players for sharing their story with us. We hope you get to see this show this weekend. Tickets can be sold at staples-players.com.
In the spirit of Hello Dolly, the Period 2 reporters have a very special coach's tip for you this week.
For this week's coach's tip, we decided to be with a coach who has a different set of players.
My tip is, when being creative, to never be satisfied, to always strive to make things better and to make things more creative and more dynamic, and to never ever think that something was your best. You can always try to be better in art, in writing, in dance, in acting, any of those type of things that you can be creative in. Just try to do your absolute best and to always strive to do better.
We would like to thank Mr. Roth and wish everyone on the show good luck.
Thanks again, Mr. Roth and Staples Players.
Mimi got a chance to interview her brother Cyrus about an upcoming Super Smash Bros. Tournament. Here it is.
Hey Staples, this coming Saturday at Tokay Hall is the Super Smash Bros. Tournament sponsored by Retro Games Plus and Tokay Hall. It's going to be a great time. We're playing all 5 Super Smash Bros. Games, including the new Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, which launches tomorrow. It's $5 admission per tournament. There's prizes for each tournament as well. And overall, it's just a fun atmosphere. I totally recommend you stop by.
Thanks, Cyrus, for that report on the tournament. Sounds like great fun to us.
Today is the last day that me and my fellow students from the Hwa Chong Institution will be here at Staples. We leave soon. Several of the Period 2 reporters got a chance to talk to Mrs. Maria Zachary, the head of the World Language Department, about our visit.
Hey Staples, we're here with the head of the World Language Department, Ms. Zachary, and we've come to find out more about our relationship with the Hwa Chong Institution.
Good morning.
So, Ms. Zachary, how did the program with the Hwa Chong Institution start?
So the program started not this past summer, but the summer before, through our relationship with Teachers College, Columbia University. They are doing some ongoing research with both schools. Both are very high-performing schools, and that just was a natural pathway for us to start this relationship that involves the exchange program. So 2 summers ago, I and Mr. D'Amico, who was then the Social Studies Department Chair, traveled to Singapore with several students to attend the Asia Pacific Youth Leadership Summit. Our students represented Staples in the United States quite well, and during that summit, we were asked if it would be possible for Staples to host Hwa Chong students that November.
Wow, that's incredible. So obviously, like you said, the program has been going on for a couple of years, but what are the plans going forward?
Well, hopefully we will continue to work with the program to build it. It's all dependent on central office approval, obviously, so hopefully we'll move forward, and come January, if and when we receive our invitation to once again send students to the APIL Summit, we will again be selecting 3 juniors going into their senior year to attend that piece, and then a group of students who express interest and are accepted to attend the exchange program will go over end of July, early August.
There you go, Staples. Now you know more about the Hwa Chong program, and let's throw it back to the hosts.
Thanks much to Mrs. Zachary, and we would like to say goodbye to our guest from Hwa Chong.
And now, Staples, it is time for some sports.
Hello, my name is Yin Tae-hyung, also from the Hwa Chong Institution. This fall sports season has been pretty successful and is pretty much over. We can begin to turn now to the upcoming winter sports season. The boys from just outside the locker room caught up with Ben Kasparius and Andrew Ingber to get their thoughts about the upcoming boys basketball season.
All right, we're here live with the boys basketball team today. Starting right now is Andrew Ingber. Andrew, what can we expect out of the team this year?
Well, this year we're really looking forward to the season. We've been practicing a lot in the fall and the summer. Hoping for a good season. We got a young team. We're looking good this year.
And you know, the FCX is going to be very competitive this year. What are some goals you guys have for the team?
Well, obviously we're looking to make the playoffs this year. Maybe FCX or even states. I mean, maybe double-digit wins this year. That's a goal.
That's a goal. So double-digit wins. We are here now with Ben Kasparius. Ben, you were a freshman on this team last year, now a sophomore. What did you learn from last year's seniors like David Cass?
I learned a lot of great leadership qualities. I learned a ton on the perimeter, and I learned a lot about making good decisions and playing at a higher level.
And now, you know, team is going to be a little bit smaller than the rest of the FCAC. What do you expect out of players like Espo and yourself just from that perimeter shooting?
We're going to really have to shoot well on the perimeter. I think Espo is going to have to really step up in the paint, and I think we'll get it done.
You'll get it done. All right, so live outside the locker room with this year's varsity boys basketball team. Now let's head it over to the host.
Thanks to Ben and Andrew for spending a few minutes with us. We hope to have more about all of our winter teams and upcoming winter sports season. Last week we told that Mr. Klein was back. This week we are here to tell that the old Mr. Klein is back again and he is up to his old tricks again. Here's this week's Klein challenge.
Hello once again, Staples. Mr. Klein and Mr. Zito here once again. I got Debbie Downer over here. Zeets, what's going on?
It was a tough week last week.
It was a tough week for some and not for others.
Yeah.
I am back in business. Mr. Klein, another 3-0 week. That makes 2 in a row. Claire Saracena, unfortunately, went 1-2.
Got some tough games.
And that means Klein is back in the lead.
Oh, man.
After my 3-0 week, I am now standing at 18-6 overall. Students are at 16-8 overall. That is a 2-game lead. Students have clearly come back down to earth, Zito, after 4 consecutive perfect weeks.
I just think this is an aberration. I just think
it could be. It could be. All right?
Because this school, you know, they know their stuff.
They do know their stuff, okay? I am clearly a knowledgeable football fan. Let's take a look at what kind of knowledgeable football fans we have out there. So we are on the prowl here at Staples High School to see what kind of knowledgeable football fans we have. We are here with Ryan Weisgerber. Ryan, what kind of football fan are you?
I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan.
You are a Baltimore Ravens fan. Okay, Ryan, here we go. Ready?
Yep.
Baltimore Ravens current record.
6-4.
6-4, that is correct. Okay? Starting quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens is?
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco. Head coach of the Baltimore Ravens is?
John Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh. We'll give you that, okay? How many Super Bowl titles have the Baltimore Ravens won in their history?
2.
2. That is a knowledgeable football fan. I am here with Mr. Neenan. Mr. Neenan, what kind of football fan are you?
I'm a Raiders fan.
An Oakland Raiders fan.
Yes.
All-time
yes.
favorite player for Oakland Raiders. Your favorite player?
Oh, Kenny Stabler.
Kenny Stabler.
Absolutely fabulous.
Okay, love it. We're going to see what kind of knowledgeable fan you are. Oakland Raiders current record.
Winless.
Winless.
Yes.
Okay, 0-10. We'll give you a point for that one. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Name of the Oakland Raiders starting quarterback.
Clark.
Wrong. Derek Carr. Okay? Name of the Oakland Raiders head coach.
John Madden.
Okay.
You didn't say when.
John Madden. Dennis Allen. Ready? Here's your gimme. Number of Super Bowl championships that the Raiders have won.
2.
3.
Oh my God.
Not a knowledgeable football fan. I am here with Owen Burke. Owen, thanks for being on the show, buddy.
Thank you for having me.
Owen is a senior. He is also a football player. Owen, how many touchdowns on this season?
I've got 3 touchdowns this year.
That boy. You got a touchdown dance or anything like that?
Yeah, I got the salsa.
You do? The salsa. I like little Victor Cruz.
Yeah.
All right. What kind of football fan are you, speaking of Victor Cruz?
I'm a New York football Giants fan.
Now, not a very proud one this year, right?
Not one at all.
Okay, great. So something a little different this week, a little wrinkle from the normal format. We are calling it Opponent's Choice. Owen is going to pick 3 games where I have to pick the winner, and I'm picking 3 games where Owen actually has to pick the winner, making it a little bit more difficult. In addition, there will be no Klein Challenge next week due to Thanksgiving, so we've added a 4th game to the slate, and that is going to be one of the 3 Thanksgiving Day games. Okay, Owen, so give me your 4 picks for this week's Klein Challenge, and again, these are the games that I've selected for Owen to choose.
So I have the Browns over the Falcons, the Cowboys over the Giants, and the Jets over the Bills.
And your Thanksgiving Day game, Owen?
I'm going to take the Eagles over the Cowboys.
Eagles over the Cowboys. So again, not real easy. Notice Owen has the Cowboys winning on Sunday and losing on Thanksgiving.
As much as I hate it.
As much as you hate the Cowboys. Me too, buddy. Here are my 3 picks for Week 12 of the Klein Challenge. I am going with the Cincinnati Bengals over the Houston Texans. I am going with the New Orleans Saints at home, where they can only win, over the Baltimore Ravens. And my lock of the week.
Ooh, that's a big lock, all right.
I am going with the San Diego Chargers over the St. Louis Rams. On Thanksgiving, Owen did not make it easy for me. I am going with the Seattle Seahawks over the San Francisco 49ers. Thanks for being on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me.
All right? That is it for Week 12 of the Klein Challenge. Enjoy the games, and to everyone out there, happy Thanksgiving. See ya!
Let's not give up hope that the students can rally and push Mr. Klein back into the rearview mirror again. That's our sports report for this week. I will now throw it back to our hosts.
We have one last announcement for you. This is for all juniors and seniors. Next Wednesday, last period of the day, period 5, is the annual alumni college panel from 10:40 to 11:40. Try to attend, as it is very useful to hear back from some of our most recent graduates.
Up next is Mr. Zito to let you know about another great opportunity for some of you.
Thanks, Elmer. And you know what? They're right. That opportunity is great to check out all our former students from that mini panel. That's Wednesday, and you'll learn a lot firsthand about what it's like to go to college. And again, it's a great opportunity, but there's one other opportunity I want to talk to you about, more specific. If you're interested in a career in sports journalism, Eric Galanti, who was really a mainstay of WWPT and STN, he went off to Syracuse. He's one of the main reasons that WWPT was voted as the best radio station in the country, best high school radio station. He's at Syracuse, and he's doing a lot of things. He's assistant sports director there. Over the last 10 days, he's called games in 7 different cities. He's coming back after school on Tuesday, right in the Media Lab, to talk to people about careers in sports. So if you're interested in sports journalism, if you're interested in Syracuse University, I really want you to take up this opportunity and listen to Eric and hear him talk about his experience, both here at Staples, at Syracuse, and talk to you about careers in sports journalism. You won't want to miss it. That's Tuesday with Eric, and Wednesday, the mini panel. Now let me throw it back to Elmer and Miley.
Thanks, Mr. Zito. We hope you all have the chance to attend some of these terrific events. That is our show for you today, Staples. We hope you enjoyed it.
Both the Period 2 and Period 8 will produce a combined Thanksgiving show for next Wednesday. Be sure not to miss it. And we from the Hwa Chong Institution would like to say thank you all for everything that you have done for us, especially to Mrs. Maria Zachary and the teachers who have taught us in classes. And just to clarify, last week's show, we don't need cats in Singapore. We eat dogs instead. Have a great weekend, and don't miss Players' main stage production of Hello Dolly.
Goodbye.